Good morning, first graders. This is Mr. Stevenson coming at you from his living room. Today is Wednesday, April 22nd, 2020, also known as Hump Day. And that's my pathetic excuse of drawing a camel. Yeah, you could laugh now. Okay, now that you're done making fun of me, let's talk about what we're going to be doing today. We're going to start off with writing. I'm hearing that kids are finding more success when they start their day off with writing because they have the most momentum right now, and that seems to be the most labor-intensive activity for first graders and for their families. So let's dive right in. Today we're going to be editing our writing pieces, and first graders have been using paper that looks like this. This is actually the same one they've used in kindergarten, so they're super familiar. Something that if we were in the class I may have changed would have been this first section where it says colors, but kids are used to doing like informational type writing, and they're kind of used to providing labels and captions. And labels and captions aren't really something that is necessarily needed in a narrative. So something you may want to encourage your child to try is, and I'm going to be doing this when I meet with them individually, is something that does pop up with the pictures in like narrative and stories are like speech bubbles, or like where people are thinking and there's a little bubble off to the side. So I'm going to incorporate that when I check in with kids and how to differentiate narrative writing. So what kids should do is they should make sure they're happy with their pictures, handwriting, the spaces between words, capital and lowercase letters. I gotta be honest, when I chat with kids, beginning of sentences are not starting with capitals on a lot of kids. Period, exclamation point, question marks. They know that they go at the end. And if they ask a question, it better be a question mark. They're comfortable with sight words, read the wrong words, and then sounds. So if they're writing something that's pretty complex, they need some sort of letter for every sound that they hear. And if kids are pretty happy with their work, and I should point this out before I say anything more, I set pretty high expectations from day one with writing in the classroom. The kids met those expectations. So if they're being a little like, I don't know what to do, you may not want to believe them if you're an adult at home. These first graders are wonderful writers, and they're very capable. So I'm going to talk directly to the kids right now. Kids, do not take advantage of anyone at home. You guys are awesome writers. I believe in you. Make me proud. Okay? So you probably want to take out your writing piece that you worked on yesterday, this editing checklist, and see where you're at. Once you've done, if you're going to do that right now, you could pause the video, or if you're going to do that later, keep listening and take out your word work paperwork. Today for word work, it's going to be cut and sort, or just if you don't have scissors and glue, you can just write them where they belong. Now we've been working on bonus letters this week, two syllable words that end in with a bonus L, bonus S, or bonus F. I'm going to say, why don't you guys pause the video here, and when you hit play, we can check in, and I'll show you my completed work, and then we can dive into math. All right, guys, hopefully you just got done with your own cut and sort. Here's what mine looks like. We have windmill, molehill, discuss, fitness, useless, handcuff, and turn off. If you're happy with your work, you can ask someone at home to give you a Mr. Stevenson bad hair day. Okay, so after word work, we're going to conclude our day with math. And I just want to point out that today we're going to be doing pages 230 and 231. But these are something that you could do anytime with your first grader at home. So this could be something that could be done in the car. It could be something that's done in grocery stores, or it could be something, when we're able to do those things again. But this is also something that can be done at home. Okay, it's going to be talking about adding multiples of 10 cents. So what coins could you use to pay for this toy? Yeah, you could use, if it's 30 cents, you could do 3 dimes. Oh yeah, we could use dimes. How could you figure out the total? So the total of the 3 toys, so we could start with 30 and count on 4 more 10s. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So the total would be 80 cents. Okay. Write the amount in the purse, and then write the amount that's being added, then write the total. So the first number is the number inside the purse. So that's 10, 20, so 20 cents. How much is going in? Yep, 10 more. 20 plus 10, oh yeah, is 30. Now, if that didn't pop right into your head, you could just go 10, 20, 30. Okay, so for these, this page is strictly just dimes, so it'll be numbers that are what's known as on the decade. And then over on this next page, 231, you're going to write the amount that goes into the wallet, and then you'll write the amount that's being added, then write the total. So for instance, it's the number inside. And we start by counting the dimes and the pennies. 10, 20, 21, 22. So there's 22 cents. And we're going to put in, yep, 10 more. 22 plus 10. Now that pops right into my head. It may not pop right into your first grader's head, so it's okay to touch things. 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, or 22 plus 10 more looks something very familiar. Oh, I could go to 22 and go 10 more. Oh. 32. I'll give a little hint about these pages. You may want to go back to the previous page, 229, and now that you've already completed this page, you may want to turn this hundreds chart and do an actual hundred chart and fill in all the numbers. That'll make your life a little bit easier as you try to do this page. Okay. So down here, count on either 10 cents or 20 cents to complete each sentence. So 20 cents plus 46 cents, boop, equals that. 75 cents plus 10 cents equals that. 10 cents plus 83 cents equals that. You can figure that out. And then this is where kids are going to get tricked because all of a sudden it's all this, instead of being very picture heavy question, it's a word heavy question. Usually that transition for kids catches them off guard. How many dimes? And I'm pausing there for dramatic effect because I want kids to recognize, oh, what are dimes? Yeah, they're worth 10 cents. Would you need to pay for the cards? So dimes are worth 10 cents and it costs 60 cents. So you'll have to figure that out. Then how many pennies? Notice that again, I'm pausing for a dramatic effect. Would you need to pay for the cards? Pennies are worth 1 cent. So kids will have to think about that. Okay. In a moment, I'll have you work on those 2 pages, and I'll have you hit pause because the last thing you'll see is the answer to these 2 pages. Hopefully you don't have too many questions. I just want to point out that yesterday I read this story, and I'm hearing that a lot of kids really enjoyed it. So I'm going to see if I can find other books by this author, and I'll see what I can do. I don't know if, I know I definitely don't have any actual books, but I'm going to look and see if I can find some online, and I'll try to read them in some other format. I also, it looks like today's video is going to be a little bit on the shorter side. I'll try to do better tomorrow. If you guys have any questions for me, let me know, and you should pause the video here and work on your math, and then hit play when you want to see the answers.